Hi, good morning, everyone. You're very welcome to today's webinar. We're just letting people into the room, so if you just bear with us for a moment, we will get underway. That's great. I think everybody is probably in. If not, we can continue to let people in if they arrive in the next couple of minutes. So as I said, good morning. You're all very, very welcome to this morning's webinar hosted by True Commerce. My name is Maurice Fader. I'm Head of Marketing with GS1 Ireland. And True Commerce are part of our solution provider program, and they're gold partners, and they work with us specifically with a range of initiatives around training and education in relation to EDI. They're a managed EDI service provider for the UK, Ireland, and globally. Today's webinar is specifically addressed at participants in the FMCG sector, and we're looking at the benefits of EDI specifically as they help you de-risk your business. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to Dave Earls-Karowski, who's going to talk to us about EDI in the FMCG sector and the benefits it can bring to your business. Do please post any questions into the chat. We'll take a couple of questions at the end of the session, and if there is any we don't have time for in the 30-minute slot that we have today, we will get back to people directly following the webinar. Over to you, Dave.
Thanks, Maria. Hi, everyone. As Maria said, my name is Dave Earls-Karowski. I'm a pre-sales engineer here at True Commerce. In this webinar, we're going to focus on how EDI, and specifically how True Commerce's fully managed service, can de-risk FMCG businesses. Firstly, we'll go over the basics of what EDI is. EDI stands for Electronic Data Interchange, and EDI is the secure automated exchange of electronic documents, such as purchase orders, invoices, and delivery notes, amongst others, between businesses or trading partners using a standardized format that allows different computer systems to communicate with each other. EDI, or Electronic Data Interchange, is the standardized electronic method that is prevalent in the FMCG industry, amongst others. So, why is EDI so prominent in the FMCG industry? We've highlighted a few of the key benefits that retailers and their suppliers experience because of EDI, but largely its prominence is due to the sheer number of invoices that retailers receive every single day. EDI is their answer to the challenge of dealing with these business messages efficiently. Retailers will get thousands of invoices per day, and therefore they want business messages to come through in a standardized way for efficiency, speed, and accuracy. EDI also ensures end-to-end reassurance of message delivery and validation. Therefore, it's a form of control panel at the front door of the business to make sure the messages that should be received are received in the correct manner. Most of the benefits that you can see on the screen are centered around process improvements because EDI helps business operate more efficiently. For retailers, it helps them onboard new suppliers, communicate with all their suppliers, and reduce costs by relying on automated process to remove inefficient, error-prone processes from their business. For suppliers, they often need EDI to do business with their large retail clients who often mandate the use of EDI throughout the UK and Ireland. However, EDI also helps them to improve their customer onboarding speed, ensuring that the correct business messages like orders and invoices are processed correctly, and ultimately get paid faster by automatic manual processes which help them turn an order into an invoice. We'll delve into these benefits in more detail later. Due to our extensive experience, which we've built up over several years, we've built up a great understanding of what typical businesses in this sector find important. We know that digitization is extremely important and extremely key for this industry. Both ends of the supply chain are increasingly interested in improving processes via technology. Customer onboarding is becoming more and more imperative for FMCG retailers. Businesses in this sector should spend their time and energy developing successful products and shouldn't have to worry about how it can meet its customers' EDI requirements. But, however, if a business can't secure a new customer and onboard them in an appropriate timeframe and manner, it simply cannot grow. Similarly, the FMCG industry is fiercely competitive. Not only do retailers have power to dictate market costs, but they're also managing a stream of new market entrants, ensuring financial efficiency is vital to all parties involved. Leading research firm Nielsen estimates that between 70 to 80% of new product developments in the sector fail, which truly reiterates the importance of being able to stand out from the crowd. In a congested corporate landscape, businesses that can secure supply chain savings and ensure a smooth and consistent supply chain stand the best chance of succeeding. Retailers also simply don't want turbulence. They want to know that their suppliers are going to deliver and deliver on time every single time. Customer service is paramount to securing long-term contracts. Excellent service must also be standard, and missed orders directly correlate with empty shelves and dissatisfied customers. Both factors can make a supplier lose their contract. Finally, EDI helps businesses improve their internal processes and do more with less. Often companies can invest increasing amount of time into their EDI solution, but fully managed solutions let businesses outsource their requirements to an industry expert and then reinvest staff time into other critical areas of the business. Similarly, EDI also helps businesses become more sustainable. Not only can they move from paper-based invoicing to fully automated processes, but they can also better prepare for future success by eliminating human errors and instead rely on electronic trading methods. Suppliers in this sector face a multitude of challenges. Firstly, their scalability. New customer onboarding is a constant issue for businesses producing fast-moving consumer goods. Each customer that you trade with will have its own distinct EDI requirements, and some partners change their requirements frequently. These fluid and complex requirements can stifle businesses that do not have extensive in-house EDI expertise. Choosing an external partner with a global trading network can reduce the burden of a new customer relationship, as you can simply rely on proven onboarding strategies that enables a quick and accurate EDI implementation. Future-proofing is also an integral part of an FMCG retailer's list of constants. EDI expertise can be expensive, and finding the right EDI knowledge can be hard to come by. Furthermore, replacing said expertise can be difficult. Choosing the right EDI expertise, either in-house or outsourced, is the first step for growth and preparing for the future. The last challenge is integration. FMCG businesses will often have a growing catalogue of products that they need to sell to meet changing consumer habits. As products, quantities, and customers change, being able to seamlessly transact EDI messages and then view this data within back-office systems or ERPs allows businesses to optimize efficiencies and plan without investing too much time into manual processes. Fully managed EDI providers like TrueCommerce handle these integration headaches for you on your behalf, helping you grow more easily. Often, we see businesses fall into three broad stages when it comes to their EDI adoption, and the benefits which they will see from their solution will scale alongside their investment. So, first stage often relates to small businesses who are simply using EDI to comply with their customers' requirements. They won't see many benefits from using EDI outside of compliance, and they will often use retailer portals to log in, view, and action their orders and invoices. In the second stage, we tend to see businesses who are using EDI but still aren't integrated with their own ERP. They might still be managing EDI internally, and so will always run the risk of those staff members leaving and experiencing a brain drain, whereby they don't have the knowledge in the business to keep the EDI solution running smoothly. Often, they will manually onboard customers, which is a challenge. The third stage is where we tend to see businesses with the least amount of risk. They're using an outsourced, fully managed EDI provider and can rely on their teams of EDI and customer service experts to manage their entire EDI solution. They don't have the risk of staff leaving, and in fact can redeploy staffing resources elsewhere. They will do little manual work or rekeying as their business messages are integrated into their ERP system, helping them turn EDI from an unavoidable overhead into a business opportunity by therefore having robust and automated EDI processes. As we've discussed, TrueCommerce understands the retail market, and we know what retailers typically ask their suppliers. The EDI requirements of a retailer or FMCG customer can vary, but typically you'll be looking at the following amongst others. So we have purchase orders, which is a document created by a buyer supplied to a seller to confirm their intention to purchase a product or multiple products. Purchase orders are typically sent from customer to supplier and is the first step in the EDI journey. You also have invoices, which is a document created by a seller that is sent to their buyer with a statement of money owed for the products outlined in the purchase order that we just referenced. These are typically sent from supplier to customer. There's also advanced shipment notices, or ASNs, which is a document sent from the seller or shipper on behalf of the seller to the buyer prior to the physical receival of goods that outlines what is being sent, where, when, and in regards to what order. An ASN is typically sent from supplier or a supplier's third-party logistics company to the customer or the customer's warehouse. And finally, we've got a credit note, which is a document sent from the seller to the buyer, which is evidence of a reduction in sales, usually due to a return. This amount can be offset against future purchases and is typically sent from supplier to customer. A supplier will be asked to exchange a certain EDI standard to comply with the customer's EDI or ERP system. These can include Tradercoms, Edifact, Eancom, X12, XML, amongst others.
Thanks, Dave. And I think it's also just handy to point out that a lot of the material being covered by Dave and myself today is available from the Beginner's Guide to EDI, which is available to download from both the True Commerce website and the GS1 Ireland website. So if anybody does want to read more into that area of messages and standards, it's all available there in a handy download. From a GS1 perspective, obviously Dave has just mentioned all the messages, which are basically electronic versions of paper documents, but they've been standardized so everybody knows how to fill and process them in an automated way. But within those messages, there are 3 GS1 standards that are, I suppose, commonly used, and these are 3 acronyms that people should be aware of. The first is the GTIN, or Global Trade Item Number, which is essentially, in layman's terms, the barcode number. So that's the reference in every order message, for example, for a product being ordered, whether it's an individual product or a case of product. The second one is called an SSCC, or Serial Shipping Container Code, and that's what we kind of call a license plate number for an order. So it brings together a whole grouping of cases, pallets into one reference number that's then included in the ASN, or dispatch advice message, that Dave referenced. So again, this allows them at the back door of a warehouse, they scan the SSCC that pulls up the ASN that has the details of all the products that are contained within that order. And finally, we have the GLN, or Global Location Number. That's used for 2 purposes. One is to identify a purchaser or a seller as a legal entity, so that's included in the header message of the EDI message. So it's like a mailbox number. It identifies the sender and the receiver. But the GLNs can also be used for identifying physical locations, what we call ship to, deliver to, or ship from addresses. So that can be points specified that maybe you're requested by your retailer to deliver to a specific warehouse or a specific bay within a warehouse, a particular door. The GLN can help with the shipping and logistics to identify those specific areas. So again, everything here is about automation. It's about speeding up the processes, but also eliminating any ambiguity so that it's always very clear what product, what order, and what location is being referenced. So I'm going to hand back quickly now to Dave, who's going to delve a bit more into detail around the actual benefits of using managed EDI.
Perfect. Thank you, Maria. So now let's look at the benefits that come with an EDI managed service. Firstly, we must note that EDI expertise is expensive. But in competitive industries, time is money, and therefore a reliable outsourced solution lets businesses reinvest resource previously invested into EDI into other crucial areas of the business. Secondly, EDI integration optimizes the supply chain. True Commerce can integrate with most leading ERPs seamlessly. When it comes to food and beverage suppliers, cosmetic brands, alongside other consumer goods suppliers dealing with high volume orders, it can be easy to make a mistake that will harm your business moving forward. By partnering with an EDI provider, you are ensuring seamless integration into the brains of your operation, and you can rest assured knowing that your EDI infrastructure is available around the clock. With True Commerce, you could be utilizing a risk-free migration with a parallel run. This in-house tool allows your team to directly compare the messages received from your old and new solutions, and gives you peace of mind that all data is flowing correctly before you turn off your old platform. This can apply to an EDI or ERP migration. Outsourced EDI adds security. Our teams of EDI and customer service experts are on hand around the clock to ensure that your network is uninterrupted. We are proactively monitoring your network, and here at True Commerce, we do realize that responsible organizations often demand safeguards to ensure business critical messages are always being correctly sent and received, or others want to highlight messages by applying set rules or criteria, such as orders from key retail clients. The True Commerce system allows specific rules to be easily set up, allowing various stakeholders around the business to have full visibility and exercise management control. These types of message controls include connection errors. So when your company's internet connection goes down or a trading partner's mailbox becomes temporarily unavailable, our solution ensures you're always aware when this happens, so we can proactively control and rectify the situation. We've also got new order checks to reduce the need for account staff to constantly be logged into the EDI system. New order notifications ensure relevant members of your team are immediately aware of new orders, enabling speedy processing and timely invoicing. Keeping tabs on invoices being sent to your key customers has never been easier with the True Commerce managed service. Management teams can monitor outbound EDI messages to ensure they are being sent with correct details in a timely manner. Additionally, do you get 30 orders daily from one key partner and any issues would be catastrophic? With our frequent monitoring, we can ensure that if you do not get what you are expecting, we can be straight on to said key partner to ask for an explanation on the discrepancy, with your business being kept firmly in the loop the entire time. Finally, the extensive EDI experience alongside our True Commerce managed service solution ensures compliance with your key customers, which makes the process of trading with new customers painless. We are regularly connecting manufacturers and suppliers of all sizes to retailers and large trading partners across the UK and Ireland. We can even count some of the largest players in the market, such as Sainsbury's, Asda, and BWG Foods, as clients, so we are confident that we can ensure EDI success for your business in this specific industry. As you can see, we have clients in a multitude of verticals, and as discussed today, we have many in the retail sector, such as Sainsbury's and Asda. We also work with wholesalers, Travis Perkins and Screwfix, amongst others, such as Hovis and David Lloyd's. True Commerce are equipped to deal with your EDI journey, no matter how complex it may be perceived. Anyone listening right now might recognize some of the businesses in the FMCG sector as similar businesses or even competitors. These logos represent just a fraction of the business we work with across a wide range of industries. I'll delve into how we've specifically worked with a successful FMCG business on the next slide. So C-Fresh have been a True Commerce client for several years now. The perishable nature of their products means that supply chain errors can be extremely damaging and costly. There is no room for error. So when their incumbent EDI provider experienced service issues, they knew they had to make a change. The True Commerce fully managed EDI solution was the perfect fit for C-Fresh. It allowed them to focus on what they do best, which is seafood, and leave EDI to True Commerce. As you can see from the quote at the bottom of the slide, since migrating to True Commerce, the company was able to reinvest resource into other areas of the business and rest assured knowing that their products will be delivered on time without service issues damaging their business. True Commerce is a global business with presence in North America, Central and Northern Europe, and Asia. We're a company with 18,000 active clients and 180,000 training partners on our network globally, meaning there is a high chance that anyone in the FMCG vertical or any other can connect to their training partners through our network already, with connectivity and maps ready for use. And do we have any questions?
Yep, I think there's a couple that have come in. Just give me a minute now and I'll pull them up. And as anybody else wants to pop a question into the chat, please do. And we obviously every participant is registered, so if we don't get to cover them now, we can come back to you directly. First one's for you, Dave. There, my business has recently won a few contracts with some of the big 4 retailers. Can True Commerce help me start trading with them through EDI?
Yes, absolutely we can. We regularly connect businesses to all the large grocery retailers in the UK, Ireland and further afield, and our fully managed service makes the process painless as we handle all aspects of the setup.
Okay, that's great. For anyone then that's managing their EDI in-house at the moment, what are the benefits of outsourcing?
There are many benefits of outsourcing to a fully managed service provider such as True Commerce. One of the benefits is that we are regularly rolling out platform updates, which keeps abreast of market developments to ensure that our client supply chain can keep up with the demands of the ever-changing current climate. Sometimes when EDI solutions are managed in-house, they're inflexible and therefore rely on a team who at some point could leave the business, while outsourcing to someone like True Commerce takes this risk away.
Yeah, so that's the key message for today is you know, how do we de-risk the business and not rely on internal expertise. And then finally, for anyone who's already using a different EDI provider, how easy is the move to True Commerce?
Yeah, very easy. We migrate all kinds of businesses onto the managed service platform. We ensure that no messages are missed during the migration process through our parallel run functionality, which therefore makes the whole transition seamless.
Great news. As I said, pop questions in. Our TrueCommerce contact details are there on screen for both the UK and Ireland, along with the corresponding email addresses. So if anybody has any questions or comments, do please get in touch. And finally, I suppose just take a moment to thank Dave for presenting today and talking us through those benefits of EDI in the FMCG sector.